Scorpio, welcome to your June 2018 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel in this video. I hope the message resonates with you. If not, I would suggest you checking out your moon sign, your rising sign, and sometimes even your Venus sign, because those planets might be more prominent in your chart, okay, your birth chart. And if you have questions of anything I just said, feel free to contact me, email me. I'll explain that all to you. So Scorpio, what's going on in the month of June with you guys, okay? Let's go ahead and get right into the reading. The card that represents your current energy is the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So when the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, it speaks of some type of either missed opportunity or instability, jealousy issues, okay, feeling rejected. The Ace of Pentacles can represent a relationship that doesn't get off the ground, okay, because the Ace of Pentacles is about a grounded start. So when it's in the reverse, it means that things are not very stable and grounded and don't get too far. But it also points to being consumed with money or being overly materialistic. So that's something to watch out. So maybe that's something that you're going through at this time. Or maybe you're dealing with someone who has that type of energy, okay? Ace of Pentacles can also point to fertility issues. So some of you may be having, trouble getting pregnant or staying pregnant or just having a difficult pregnancy. Let's go ahead and clarify what's going on in this current position. And we get the Ten of Pentacles. So that's interesting because we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles, which represents stability and a solid foundation, security. So I feel like this may be a situation where someone may have either gotten into a relationship for the security of the relationship, whether it was financial security or just the security of being and having a relationship. Okay, some people feel like they are their best when they're part of a union, okay? And so that stability of being that kind of couple that works it out, okay? That could be what's going on here with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles, okay? It could be, for some of you, a marriage of convenience, where maybe there is one aspect of this marriage that is now having issues, okay? So let's just say that you did marry somebody for money or someone married you for money, okay? If there are financial issues now, then things may become difficult because that's exactly the reason why you got into the relationship. That's just an example. If you got into a relationship with someone for stability and security, but now that person is not acting accordingly or up to your expectations, then you have the shell of that, right? You have the shell of this committed relationship, but inside of the committed relationship, there are issues, right? Whether it's materialism issues, actual security with your feelings, okay? So the money may be there, but the emotional security may be lacking, all right? Let's go ahead and move on to what your challenge is for this month. And we get the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, if it's a person, this can be someone who is an Aries or a Taurus, okay? But if not a person, the Knight of Pentacles represents the routine part of a relationship, okay? The day-to-day, the duties and the responsibilities, okay? Things may be a little bit predictable right now when you have the Knight of Cups. So your challenge may be that you're at the point where things are predictable, right? They're boring. There's not much going on. And so once again, you have the security of being in a relationship, but then all the other things that you would like to come with it may be missing, okay? If you're not in a relationship, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who takes a long time to commit, okay? So he will be devoted and he will offer security, but having that actual commitment, that may take some time, okay? But once again, back to relationships. So this is about the fortitude to work it out. So your challenge may be to work out whatever your current issues are, okay? Let me go ahead and pull a card to clarify. And we get the High Priestess in the reverse. So this is interesting because this can be a few things. With the High Priestess in the reverse, this represents, repressed feelings, a lack of compassion, selfishness, not following your intuition, can represent jealousy, sexual addictions. Okay, the High Priestess may be a Pisces. For some, I've seen some people call her a Cancer because she rules the moon, or she's ruled by the moon. So, I see it as a Pisces. I've always heard that the High Priestess was a Pisces. So, hey. But the point of it all is the High Priestess is usually someone who's very intuitive, okay? Someone who's connected to her feelings, and she's usually considered someone who's unavailable. So your challenge, for some of you, you may be interested in someone who is unavailable, or you may be dealing with someone, or you're in a relationship with someone who is not in touch with themselves. You may be in a relationship with someone who's very superficial and materialistic, and that may be your challenge. Your challenge is to feel secure, right, and have security in a relationship with someone who can only provide maybe financial security, but they don't provide that emotional connection and emotional security that you would like, okay? In another instance, when we see the Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess in reverse, this can represent also maybe someone with sexual addiction, but can also represent an affair when you see the High Priestess in reverse. So for some of you, you may be having an affair with someone, or you may be with someone who is not only just having an affair, but maybe even kind of some type of obsession or fixation on this other person, okay? Whether this person is a Pisces. And I don't know why that message is coming. It's just like ticking, like boom, boom, boom. So for some of you, like I said, whether you're dealing with an Aries or a Taurus, or just someone with the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, and they may be having either feelings, they're focused on this particular person right here. This may be your challenge. This relationship may be what's challenging your security over here, okay? So that's going to resonate with someone. And if it's you, please let me know, because I don't know why that message with... And it's almost like this person doesn't even want them, because the High Priestess is not even in the upright. So she's not even the typical High Priestess who is, not necessarily trying to get tied down. She may have an affair with you. She may be in a relationship. It doesn't even seem like the High Priestess is engaging because she's in the reverse, okay? So some of you may be having some issues with that kind of a situation. For some of you, there may be someone who has maybe it's a Pisces that's coming towards you and offering you something, but they're not necessarily offering you something great because they're still in the reverse, okay? So be careful. So it's almost like they're offering you the Ten of Pentacles, but there's some type of instability here, right? That's what the current theme is. So something's going on, or you just having, like I said, some of you are just having fertility or just in general relationship issues right now, okay? Moving on to the past energy, we've got Justice. This can represent karma, cause and effect. Justice can represent marriages. It can represent, friends to lovers to relationship type of big relationship. But it's also about the truth, clarity, equality. For some of you, this can represent a Libra. So maybe you were in a relationship with a Libra in the past. Let's go ahead and clarify that position. And we get the Ace of Pentacles. So here's the grounded start that you had, okay? So maybe some of you were in a marriage that did start off with great potential, okay? Because even though it is the Pentacle, it is the Ace of Pentacles. The aces are just the beginning. So maybe things were great in the beginning. Maybe, things looked good, whether it was the materialistic comforts that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You saw that maybe a marriage with this person would provide you with whatever it was that you were looking for, okay? Whether it was a sexual connection, a physical connection that had materialism backed up, it seemed like a good fit at the time, okay? Now, with the Ace of Pentacles and Justice, It's like the seeds were planted, okay? So whatever you did in the past is coming back. It's almost like you reap what you sow. So whatever you sowed here in the past, right? Whether this was an unexpected pregnancy with the Ace of Pentacles that led to a relationship, but whatever seeds you planted in the past, right, is what you're dealing with now. So you do still have that commitment, but like I said, there's something missing within this commitment. There's some instability within the boundaries of your commitment, okay? Moving on to your future energy, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So it doesn't look like things are changing much. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this can indicate love over money, okay? And maybe things have just happened in the relationship where you've gotten to the point where you're just putting your priorities in order. Your financial security is more important than, you know, this relationship with someone who may possibly even have their eye on someone else, or who is fixated on someone who doesn't even want them, okay? They're taking their attention, the love and the attention that they could be giving to you is going towards either this failed relationship that they may have had, or this other person who is not even acknowledging them at this point, okay? Maybe whatever happened with them and that person is what's causing them to be unable to connect with you in this particular situation. Okay, now for my singles, this just indicates that maybe you've had, you know, some missteps in the people that you've attracted towards you. So then you get to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm done with love. I'm just going to focus on myself, okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles is about being selfish. She's not nurturing and looking outward to others anymore. It's all about herself, okay? For some of you, going back to the whole childbirth, you may just be having a rough pregnancy, all right? So some of you may be pregnant, and the pregnancy is just, you know, not going as easy as you would hope it to be. But when I see the Queen of Pentacles, it's also about someone who may be insecure. There's some instability here, you know, with the relationship. There's some manipulation. Someone who's neglecting their home life, okay? So that could be your energy, or you could be in a relationship with someone who may be an earth sign, maybe a Capricorn even, who has those qualities. Let's go ahead and clarify that position. And we get the Six of Cups in reverse. So that could definitely be you, Scorpio, holding on to negative feelings because of what happened in the past, okay? Which is what I usually think when I see the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. She's someone who is usually very kind and loving, but because of some things that have happened now, she's not loving. She's not nurturing. She's not focused on anyone else. All right, she's closed off, she's guarded, she's probably feeling insecure and therefore not able to let those loving feelings out, okay? And it's because of something that happened in the past, whether it's this energy or, like I said, whatever seeds were planted way back here that's causing this, you know, it's cause and effect. That's what justice is about, okay? Now, moving on to what you want. And I'm already going to pull the clarifier because, you know, we have death here. Death in reverse. Which, I mean, I can understand. Death in reverse means that it's almost about holding on to the past, right? You don't want things to end. You want to hold on to the status quo. You know, death in reverse is about illusions. So if you're in a relationship, you want to continue the illusion that things are good. Okay, you want people from the outside looking in to think that things are okay in your situation. All right, let's go ahead and pull another. Well, look at looky here, death in reverse. So definitely here we have a situation where you guys are clinging to a relationship that is not working, okay? You're clinging to the past. You're clinging to maybe the start of the relationship and how good it used to be, but it's not that now. And you don't care. You're not willing to let go for whatever reason. You're doubly not. Like, to clarify the death in reverse with the death in reverse, it's just like you're committed to this situation, even though it's making you unhappy. Death in reverse can also indicate you holding on to something from the past, whether it's the beginning of the relationship or whether it's these hurt feelings that you're having, but you're not willing to let go. Okay, moving on to the internal factor, we've got Five of Pentacles in reverse, which represents ending of suffering. So you want your suffering to end, okay? Whatever it is that you're going through, whether you're feeling abandoned, whether you're not feeling loved from the person that you're with, okay? The Five of Pentacles the Five of Pentacles is about feeling abandoned, out in the cold, not connecting, insecure, okay? So with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, you feel inside, you're focused on feeling loved, secure. That's what you want, okay? Now, the Five of Pentacles in some situation, and in reverse, can also represent the ending of a marriage of convenience or the ending of a materialistic situation. So for those of you who were in a relationship where either you got with somebody because your financial situation would improve, or someone got with you because they felt like you would help their financial situation, that may be coming to an end now, okay? And you may not want to let it go, because for you, if you are the person who was in love and the other person was only there for money, it's going to be hard for you to reconcile that that's what's happened, okay? And especially with this card, with this death card in the reverse. All right, let me put it up right so you can see the imagery of this card. Look at this person, okay? Look at this. She's asleep. Okay, and here we have Death here, who's just having his way. He's doing whatever he wants to do. This person's just here. And I feel like for some of my Scorpios, that may be you, okay? You may have been in a situation with someone who saw you as they saw you as something other than quote unquote love, okay? Whether you were a trophy piece to them, whether you were a come up to them financially, whether you were in a better financial situation than someone that they were with before and that made you more attractive, all right? It could be any plethora of combinations. Now, outside of that, it could just be that you guys are just tired of whatever it is that you're going through, okay? And you're ready for things to change and move in a new direction. So we go ahead and clarify that, and we get the Fool in reverse. So it's almost like, for some of you, this is naivety, okay? You're being a little bit naive to the situation. It's like you don't want to see, all right, with the Death in reverse and Death in reverse and the Fool in reverse and the Five of Pentacles here in the reverse. You guys almost just willfully ignorant. That's what's coming to me. That because Scorpio, you're intuitive naturally. So deep down, you may even understand and know the situation. But as we come up to the more shallow levels of our being in existence, you don't want to let go of the relationship, because either you don't want to not be in a relationship, or you don't want to lose some aspect that this relationship provides to you. Okay. But where you were looking for stability and security from this person, them being there is not enough. And that person may feel that way. That person may feel like, well, I'm here, right? So isn't that enough? Or I'm making money. Isn't that enough? I provide for you. Isn't that enough? It's not enough. But at the end of the day, Scorpio, you're still not quite at the point where you are willing to do something about it, because you're still focused on, for some of you, you're still focused on that commitment. Okay. For others of you, you want to be in a commitment. For my singles, you definitely want to be in a commitment, but it just seems that some of you may have been hurt in the past, and that relationship that hurt you is kind of blocking you from getting into something new right now. So until you let go of that past hurt, you're not going to be able to move forward. And that goes for singles or couples, okay? If you are holding on to negative feelings from the past, you're not going to be able to move forward to the next level or the next phase in this relationship. All right? Moving on to your advice card, and here it is, the High Priestess. Here she is again. So it's definitely about connecting to your inner guide, okay? Connecting to that voice deep down inside of you that you're supposed to trust. We're supposed to be able to trust our inner intuition, okay? We are very intuitive beings, okay? Sign unknown. It doesn't matter what your sign is. Naturally, we're supposed to be able to connect with our inner guides, but we've been trained over time to focus outward, okay? We pay more attention to what other people think, what other people say, what society expects, what, our family expects, what people think of us. We care too much about those things, and we tend to not listen to that inner voice. So where your advice is, Scorpio, is to take a step back from the situation and really take some time to reflect and see things for what they are. Okay, it's about having the patience to really not just act on things, okay, and to not only just reflect on the other person's actions, but reflect on your own as well. And how do you wind up in the situation, and how do you get out of the situation? How can you make the situation better? Okay, you really need. It's about going deeper. Also, the High Priestess is not a shallow card. So where we have a lot of materialism being showing up here with the Ace of Pentacles in the upright and the reverse, with the Ten of Pentacles, with the Knight of Pentacles, there seems to be a lot of focus on materialistic things, even with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But the High Priestess is asking you to go deeper than that. Okay, go deeper than that, because you want deeper than that. So why would you settle for a situation that's not providing you with the real love and security that you want, especially if you can provide your own financial security? All right, if you can't provide your own financial security, then of course, holding on to a relationship that is providing and taking care of you, I totally understand that. I understand that in any aspect. Like I said, this is a judgment-free zone. It's just that because I'm reading these cards for, you, and you're watching this channel, then obviously there is something that you're unhappy about, okay? And if you are unhappy and you are able to do something about it, then most definitely, why wouldn't you, right? Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the external factor in the situation. And we have the Page of Wands, okay? So this can be a message. For some of my Scorpios, you're going to hear something, or there's going to be someone who wants to tell you something, okay? Someone, the news may be good news, it may not be good news, okay? But usually with the Page of Wands, it's like this person wants to talk to you in person, all right? Page of Wands, it could be a message about a child. All right. If not, this can be, let me go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, you could have someone who's offering you like a sexual invitation. Okay, somebody might be like, hey, want to get together soon? For others of you, the Knight of Wands can also indicate someone who might be an Aries or a Taurus. So for those of you who are dealing with an Aries or who are dealing with a Taurus, you're going to hear something about this person, I feel like. Some type of message. Or this person is going to try to talk to you about something. Okay, they have a message for you. They're going to have something to tell you. When I also see that combination with the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands, it's almost like someone's trying to get over on you also. All right, because the Knight of Wands tends to be someone who's very like charming, fast talker, smooth talker, all about getting their way. They're very sexual, all right, and it's all about what they want right here, right now, and they'll do anything to convince you of it, whether in the upright or the reverse. So for some of you, you may be hearing a message from this person, or this person may, decide to come in and try to convince you of something. If you're in a relationship with this person, like I said, you may hear something about them. Moving on to your hopes and your fears, and we got the Star card. So, some of you are hoping that things will work out for the better, okay? With the Star card, it's almost like you want someone who you can consider your soulmate, okay? Someone who thinks the world of you, or someone who you think the world of, all right? Go ahead and clarify that. We got the World card. So definitely someone who means the world to you. You want to mean the world to someone. You want things to move to the next level. If you're in a relationship, you just want to be with someone that you can trust, someone who makes you feel good, someone who makes you happy. So that's why I'm saying that if this is a materialistic type of a situation, there's no need to hold on to it, because there are possibilities out there, and you're never going to bring that love, or that you're not going to, you can't squeeze juice out of a stone, okay? You can't squeeze blood out of a stone, I should say. If you are with someone who is essentially that stone, the longer you stay with them is not going to change it. Okay, they may break down into sand, but they're never going to break down into that hot-blooded type of relationship that is important to you, okay? Or that love that means everything to you. All right, if you're with someone who's using you, or if you're with someone who you're using, or there's some type of just materialistic obsession in the situation, someone who's focused on someone else, okay, whether you're the one who's focused on someone else, either way, that's not going to give you the star card and the world card, okay, which is what you want. So like I said, if you're in a situation and it's possible for you to fix things and mend things, then by all means do what you got to do. But if you can't, what are you holding on to? Okay, you're holding on with a quote unquote death grip, okay, Scorpio? And you know, the death card is your card. So the fact that it's in reverse 2 times is just showing that you're really not following your intuition. You're really not following your first mind. And it's almost like you know better. But, you know, of course, we would have to get into a personal reading to see exactly why, you know, you're not willing to let go of the situation. And Scorpio, we've done your readings before where the basic message was like, I am not giving up no matter what. So for some of you, there is something about this relationship that you just refuse, no matter how unhappy this person is making you, no matter how many times or how many different types of ways that your stability and security within the boundaries, especially if you have a commitment or a long-term relationship, you're still not ready to let go. So at the end of the reading, the outcome is the Ace of Wands, which is a low energy. It's stagnation, okay? It is maybe for some of you acting hastily, so you want to be careful of that, all right? For others, this can once again indicate that there may be a pregnancy, maybe even an unexpected pregnancy, whether it's you or whether it's someone that you're dealing with or someone that your spouse is dealing with, okay? Let me go ahead and clarify that. Pull another card for the outcome. And we get the King of Swords in reverse. Nasty, nasty, nasty. All right, the King of Swords is just... King of Swords can be someone who is a Virgo or a Libra, okay? They are spiteful, they're cruel, they're arrogant, very calculating, cold, manipulative, okay? They don't value your opinion. They don't care what anybody else says. It's all about their opinion because they're very overly critical, okay? The King of Swords is critical in the upright, all right? In the reverse, you can't do anything right by him. If this is not a person or if this is not your energy, then it just indicates arguments, okay? So the combination of the King of Swords and the Ace of Wands can represent just a time when there's a lot of arguments, bickering, you know, nasty disagreements going on. All right, Scorpio, so at this point, it's time to either get into a personal reading or the extended reading. If you would like a personal reading, please contact me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. My information is also in the description box below this video. If you would like to obtain the extended reading, which this is the complete message of this reading. If you stopped here, you'd have everything that you were going to get. Sometimes with the extended, though, it's interesting because I tend to find that more of the cards like come out. I use a third deck, okay? So it's not like I'm using the same 2 decks and there's a possibility for the same cards to come out over and over again. So sometimes I clarify certain positions and we just get the same cards, which is just further confirmation. So for some of you, if you feel like this message is definitely resonating with you, but you're not sure, then the extended can give you that extra confirmation that you're looking for. All right, guys. So that's the end of this reading. And like I said, if you would like a personal, hit me up. If not, I will see you guys at the next video. Okay, Scorpio? And let me know in the comments what's going on, guys. I'd love to hear from you guys. Bye.